Yeah. It's been a long time and I apologize. Shouldn't have left you without a dope review show for you to watch. I know it doesn't rhyme. Anyway, issues with my phone. Uh, and it's so irritating. I can see if it dropped. I can see if it fell in water. Had literally haven't even had it full fucking 4 months. And anyway, wind up having to get a brand new phone. Accounts had to reset up accounts again. It was a whole deal. Then I had it was a good problem to have, and I had overtime. So the Saturday afternoon, and I'm usually, you know, putting on shows for y'all is was taken up by my here like blue collar working man. Like I said, it's a good problem to have. At the time. So made a little extra bread, all that, but which I will never see because it's anything that's till I get see anything extra, I try to go ahead and get rid of stuff or stock up on stuff so I ain't gotta worry about it. So which is fine. So one of the other things was set up in a good way. But I hope y'all watched us. Give you some news and some and a couple of quick items from SmackDown and some I'm gonna just give you some news items from SmackDown, and I'm gonna give you the matches because I did watch it in detail. See, I tend to watch the shows and remember the shows that are well. If they're really shitty, I will remember. Like fuck that, this sucked, this sucked, that sucked. But I'm trying my best not to be just that person that's just totally negative. But if something sucks, it's like I keep on reiterating this because when certain people who might be just coming in don't get it. I'm not trying to hate on any particular company. I can't stand Vince McMahon, and yeah, he's a billionaire now. But the reason why he is a billionaire because he had a vision. All right, he mixed sports and entertainment. That's why he every so often he'll have a match with a celebrity. That's why Cindy Lauper was there. That's why Mr. T was there. People like that were during WrestleMania. But here it is. It's just overkill. Pat McAfee has a WrestleMania fight with Austin Theory. Listen, and honestly, I only seen clips, but yeah, he did good. He respected the game. He learned he learned the craft. So he did very well. With the two matches he had, I think he had a War Games match and a match with a one-on-one match with Adam Cole, baby. But then there's Sami Zayn and Johnny Knoxville. I have nothing against Johnny Knoxville. I think one of the best parts of walking tall with Rock Dwayne and Rock Johnson was the fact that Johnny was in it. I have nothing against the Jackass movies. I just have yet to see any of them. Only seen clips. I know they're funny because the LLC wouldn't keep going to number one, and they obviously make more that they make more money at the box office than it actually takes to actually make the actual movie, which I don't. I totally get. I mean, shit. I knew there was going to be at least one movie, and then it went up to three. I was like, all right, third, all right, yeah. Then yeah, I thought that was it because these fuckers are like either in their 50s or pushing 50. I'm like, are they really gonna? And maybe that makes the fourth one maybe even more interesting to possibly go see. I don't even know how it did. The way things are with this bullshit that happened 2 years ago, kind of hard to do. Turn it away box office. I mean, but some of these things only stay out the way things have been going out in the theater maybe a month and it goes straight to streaming or sometimes like with that fucking shitty uh what do they call it? A requel, the reboot sequel to to Halloween Kills is like it. I can understand the more brutal nature of it and the body count being higher. That's usually like that, but the story just fell apart. It's like the last fucking 35, 40 minutes of it. It's like they could have ended it. They didn't have to make it a trilogy. I just made it, and because they did such a good job with Halloween. I mean, Jamie Lee came back to help produce, and John Carpenter. It was believe that it was their collaboration with the story, the new story. Anyway, I'm going on a fucking rant, a tangent right now. My point is, I don't even know how we got there. My fault, but sports and entertainment. Yeah, that's the reason why he's a millionaire, billionaire now. Finally, for all these years, but he's getting away from what got him to the dance. He did not have repetitive matches, and after and then, oh my god, what was the stat? In 5 weeks, Bianca Belair and Doudrop fought within a 5 week period. I believe the stat was default 4 times. That's basically damn near once a week. Like literally, I mean, literally, it's not like. Anyway, the main thing I wanted to get out there was that apparently Rhino Rick I want to say Ronda Rousey. Yeah, Ronda Rousey and Charlotte. They were supposed to main event night one. Uh, and apparently now the rumor is that no, it's not. This last segment will be Stone Cold and the KO show. That'll be the main event. So she will be the last fight that you will see. The main event will be Stone Cold. I mean, nobody's confirmed. Like if he is, if it's going to be some lame ass stunner and then quit it type shit, or if he's going to actually have a 2 to 3 minute match. I don't. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised. I can't. If Vince said 10 million for one more fight, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't. I think that's if he was 50. Listen, I can't even say nothing because if Sting can still go the way he goes, I mean, Austin is only 57. And Sting is about to be 50, about to be 62. He's 61 now. Like shit. So it's just all of it counts up here first. You have to be mentally there. The Sting is mentally there. He just got his body there too. So. And if Austin's heart is in it, I don't think it's kind of fucked up if he's kind of getting forced to do a match. And I shouldn't say forced, but like damn, when all this money is shoved in your face, it's like you being on a diet, right? You've been doing so good on the diet, so fucking good on the diet, right? But this master chef comes in, got a freaking tray, literally this wide, with all types of desserts, your favorites. You talk about from, let's say you have a number one favorite all the way to, let's say you have a top five. All top five is there, and he's the chef. He baked them to perfection, and he's in front of you. Hey, yeah, go ahead, have every last one of these. Look, I'm just gonna leave them here. You're like, no, motherfucker, no. I'm telling you. No, I'm just gonna leave these trays right here. This tray of desserts. You know, if one's gone or all of them gone, fine. Motherfucker, I don't want it. I don't want it. That's how Steve is. But he said he's trying to compromise. Like, yeah, I'm coming. Came in, I believe, every time he was available to come in, and help out Vince. I mean, he's still on a Legends contract, for what I hear. So that means he's still getting whether it's a monthly pay or a quarterly pay. He's still getting some sort of money sent to him from that Legends contract. So that's kind of like, I believe, one of the reasons why he's always ready and available. And also that's to keep him from signing up with somebody else. That's why those Legend contracts exist. So, but yeah, shit. I mean, fuck. I'm surprised that Vince didn't say, "Listen, I'm gonna give you $30 million a year. Just be the GM." But, but anyway, hell, that is kind of nah. That's not that low. Cause fucking nah, that's not that low. Cause he's not because Cena's not getting that much. So yeah. So look, ramp. So look, um, I'm kind of. I'm gonna try to do this. A quick recap of Rampage. It was great. Biased. I'm kind of biased because I like good wrestling. I like storytelling. I like long term booking. I love that shit. But it's the first. So what was it? No, this wasn't the first one. All right. Yeah, it was Layla Hirsch versus Red Velvet. This this match has been coming like see this whole all this started from a match that Chris Statlander and Red Velvet versus Layla Hirsch. This started from the fact that Chris Statlander actually won against Red Velvet. First they teamed. It was like long term. First they teamed together right, about 2 weeks prior as a trio. They won the trios match, and then they wound up having to face each other. Layla Hirsch and and Statlander. I'm having excuse me. Okay. Um. So yeah. So anyway, this was so yeah. So Red Velvet is they were friends now. It's just Red Velvet and that's friends with um Chris Statlander. Excuse me. I have just gotten off work. I apologize. I'm trying to keep my thoughts together. I wanted to make sure I get for the people who did subscribe, I appreciate it. So I wanted to get something up and let you know what was going on. Um, so yeah, great show. They work well together. Layla Hirsch and Red Velvet, they both very well. I'm starting, people. I'm starting to, you know what? Why? It's funny. Like Layla comes out with somewhat of a smirk, but it's like a smug smirk. Like she always before she had this like heel persona now. Like in the past like past about 2 months or some change. She still had it, but it's like more of a pricky type. It comes off more pricky and more of a not bitchy, but like yeah, like cocky, I should say. Like yeah, I'm here. I'm like that. Like she comes out walking out the tunnel like this. Like yeah, I'm here. Like with a smirk. Like I could totally believe. I mean, her being hellish. Like I want her to go off on somebody. Like I'm so like I mean like attack him like after the bell like with a weapon like off some holy Sheeta type kendo stick shit. If you but she they work well together. She was there was a good she I wouldn't say she didn't dominate, but she had towards the end she was dominating pretty well. And then Layla Hirsch was, and then Red Velvet came back, had a nice hope spot, came back. She That's what happened. So she wound up getting the arm bar, the arm breaker, the Kuji Katami, if I'm saying it right. When she's holding on to the arm, she's laying back. Now, but Red Velvet had her hands clenched, and she was able to get her foot just a little tippy toe on top of the rope. So Layla, so that's one of the so Layla rolls out. She lifts the apron up again because if you didn't see it, Chris Statlander during the buy-in at the last pay-per-view, the Revolution pay-per-view, they opened it basically. It was Chris Statlander versus Layla Hirsch. They work good together too. They're just good wrestlers. These three women. So she winds up taking Layla winds up taking a piece of the ring, the metal turnbuckle. She had it underneath the ring, so she winds up holding it, and she was waiting for Chris Statlander to come to the ropes. So she came. So Chris Statlander reaches through the ropes to go get her. She hits her with the turnbuckle. Dazes her. She jumps in, and she winds up getting the pin because of that. She was going to do the same thing here with Red Velvet, but Chris Statlander comes out with no music, which I like. It seems less set up. I get why they do it in WWE, or they do it sometimes, so they be like, okay, this is who's coming out now. But it wasn't set like you wanna believe that okay, what's about to happen is like behind the back of the referee, even though no interference happened with Chris Statlander. All she did was take the turnbuckle away from, away from Layla Hirsch, because she was about to go here and roll in and then, do some, nefarious shit to her. But she was able to catch that motherfucker. She got it. So the apples back for whatever that means. So anyway, the next let me see. Oh yeah. The next one is oh god, oh god. This was a good fight. It was the House of Black versus Bear Country, Boulder and Bear Johnson versus and Fuego del Sol. So it's the Bear Country and Fuego versus Malachi, Brody, and Lee, Buddy Lee, Brett. So, jeez, they didn't. I want to say this. It was a good back and forth, but the way they fucking beat down, I was like, what the fuck? The way they beat, I mean, they beat it. They did what they were intimidated at small parts, but they beat them handily. They just, nice spin kicks, kicks to the leg. Like they did the smart shit. They chopped them down. They need to try to like knot up the muscle of the leg, but with kicks to the back of the leg. What Malachi did, Brody, Brody and Brody and Redbeard both squared off. No. I'm thinking of the Revolution match. My fault. I'm sorry. But the only one that had the same, yeah. Boulder is the biggest one of the two of the Bear Country. Boulder like kind of, yeah, he didn't crush him. He kind of placed him inside the freezer and anyway. So the so that was a good fight. If you want to see it, it wasn't. That's the thing. It wasn't a squash match. I wish I didn't want to see, but I wanted them to have stress. Like just because you're a and you coming off dominating, you should have a little bit of a struggle. Same thing with champions. Just because you're a champion doesn't mean you need to crutch everybody in front of you. Like that's why I can't stand when Brock Lesnar has the belts. I mean, he just Kofi Kingston that quick easily beat. He just basically Brock will go outside, come back in. Well, I got this shit. All right, well, time for my flight to get back home to Canada. I'm like, the way he crushed Kofi Kingston was freaking ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. Okay, but so this was, I can't name every spot they did, but at one point each of them, but like this one point, he fucking Malachi does a dive to one of the bears. I believe it. Yeah, he does he does a moonsault. He jumps up to the corner, then went forward motion, does a back moonsault. I believe it was Boulder was outside. Fuego Fuego gets damn near lightning spiral, if you know what that is. Once Matt Sydal does it, but Buddy Murphy, I forgot what he calls it, but he has him on his like in the fireman's carry, and he spins them down. Almost it's not. It's so cool, but it's not a. It kind of reminds you somewhat of a Death Valley Driver, but it's not the way whatever he's doing. It was fantastic. So another good match. So then, um, wait, I had say Layla. What was the first match? Oh, that's what I was missing because the main event was Keith Lee versus Max Caster. The first match, I apologize. It was wait. Yeah, he didn't know that wasn't it. That was Rampage. That was the okay. Yeah, I apologize. The opening match was Darby Allin versus the Butcher. Now they actually they had one when they were at Daly's place. They actually had a Darby and Butcher had a 1-on-1 match. before he went back on tour. Apparently, Darby worked on how you work on a body part to weaken your opponent. So he apparently he was working. Darby was too effective. He was working on Butcher's hand. Actually injured him for real. Apparently, because if you don't know, he had actually Butcher actually plays in a band. Every Time I Dies, he's actually the guitarist for them. So apparently he needed put him down for 5 months, and he couldn't make the tour either. That the little tour that he had going on. So it kind of fucked things up. And I didn't know. I knew he had gotten. I know he had came back. Stronger, leaner. I mean, it was almost a good thing. I mean, he lost. He cut. Butcher cut a lot of weight. He damn near like has abs now. He's just a hairy, abby motherfucker almost. But they had a great match. This is, and I don't mind this. This is probably the only second time this happened. He hits. They wind up be going outside the ring. Darby winds up hitting the coffin splash. He was actually from the top, the second turn. He said the turnbuckle. When you're on the ground and you're at the second turn rope, that's already high enough. It's like being at the top from where you at. So he lays out Butcher. He's trying to get back on his feet. So his back is to Darby. He's on all fours. Darby hits the coffin splash on a Butcher from that second rope of the turnbuckle. Okay, he rolls back in. So between taking the coffin drop outside and his hand, he went. His hand was injured, so he went to go grab himself. Butcher did pull himself back in, but it was too. He was in too much pain. Count out victory, and I like it. See that's the thing. If it's done sparingly and it's done and it makes sense in the story. I mean, his hand was injured. He took the fucking coffin like it was outside. Yeah, he was out of it. He's strong, muscly dude, but everybody has their fucking limits, and I like that. That was good storytelling. Main event like a Keith Lee, Max Caster, like one of the, not even a squash match, and I didn't want it to be a squash match because I like Max Caster. A lot of people like Max Caster, even though he's a heel, he's an asshole, and he fucking cut you in ribbons as he comes down to the ring. His opponents he does, but it was good. It was good back and forth. He winds up. He got a lot of Max got a lot of offense, more than I thought he was going to be. He think he got more offense in with Keith Lee than when he was fighting Wardlow for that spot in the ladder match. The Eliminator, but yeah, it was good. It was I mean, I didn't expect it to not be good, but like I said, I just didn't want either. If somebody's too dominant, can be dangerous. It can be to the point where, oh, okay, well, he's just gonna win every match now. Like anytime Brock is in something, like as soon as he has the number 30 spot in the Royal Rumble. Oh, everybody, all the live reactions. Go ahead and watch. Oh, okay. Well, he's running it then. Like it's a foregone conclusion, you know. So so to finish, so he hits him with the BBC, the Big Bang Catastrophe, if I believe that's correct. So Ricky starts, on Rampage. He's on commentary, and and Hobbs is already out there anyway. It was a funny little exchange when Excalibur was calling the match, and Hobbs is out here for absolutely no reason. He has no business out here, and that's what Excalibur said, and Chris Jericho, he's not on every week, but he was on this week with him with with freaking Ricky Starks. He's part he's part of Team Taz. He could be here. It was just I don't know, it was just funny to me where it's kind of like he has absolutely no business being out here. And like he's like going back and forth trying to call the action too. And I'm like because he's like he just knows like what the fuck is going to happen after the match, which it did. They both ran to the after he got the 1, 2, 3. Keith did. They ran down to the ring. Ricky Starks and Will Hobbs. You know it wasn't quick. It wasn't it wasn't slow either. But he wound up taking. They both took down Sting and and Darby. Then Swerve comes out to come help, and that's it. It goes off there. If I get anything straightened out, let me know. Like I said, I'm fading fast. I apologize. I'm trying to get this up. Let me go ahead and get this thumbnail, upload it, and hopefully you enjoy this and enjoy me as I drift in and out. I was trying to stay conscious. I'm sleeping. I worked literally about. I didn't completely calculate. So what? 7. Then of 7. Yeah, I did about 19, just under 20, maybe 20 or just under 20 hours on between Friday night and Saturday into up until 8 p.m. So anyway, it's just catching up to me because I worked last night again. So the day I would have had rest, it would have been like Saturday afternoon, or at least rest. And I say rest, it's not necessarily me. I slept. You know, it's like anything that's not me lifting and lugging, that's rest. But anyway, hope you enjoyed that. I apologize for the long wait and the issues with my phone, and I hope this was entertaining for you. I'm freaking beat, but but yeah, but I wanted to be here for you. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure I got something out to y'all. So like, share, subscribe, and please have a good day.